What's up, Pineapples? Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a Woop or Womp for you. I feel like I haven't done a Woop or Womp in forever. Let me know, do you miss these videos? So today I'm going to be doing a Woop or Womp on the new KVD Good Apple Foundation. Now, this has gotten so much hype where I personally do not like to see reviews beforehand or have my mind kind of steer in a certain way because I don't want to get influenced. Now, this was inevitable to not see a review or a reaction on TikTok, on YouTube. It was all over TikTok, and your girl loves TikTok. So I debated doing this because it's such like a crazy foundation where people are saying no, but then there's a lot of people saying yes. So I want to know, am I going to say yes or no? I want to see if I can make this work. I totally know that this is for people who have dry skin. I feel like I could be semi a good candidate where I might be able to make this work, but let's see. Because I'm normal all around right now. I'm not super oily. And the only thing that gets oily is around this area right here, like my T-zone basically, but I'm not super oily right now. I haven't hit that point right now in season. All I have underneath is my Supergoop Daily Dose of Vitamin C with SPF and my Origins Ginseng Moisturizer, which is super lightweight and it works underneath makeup all of the time. So I just want to say that. For my primer, I'm going to be using the Smashbox primer. I'm going to get right into it, you guys, because I find that this is the most mattifying primer. And currently right now, I don't even know if it would work really well with my skin because I feel like it works best during like true summer weather for me. And right now, the weather's so weird. Like, I'm in Orange County and it is just the craziest weather. Like, one day it's really nice and warm. One day it's kind of like cool. And today it's actually cool, which is why I'm wearing my sweater. And I also wore my sweater because when I picked out the shade, it looks much darker in the compact, but what's so funny is when I read online, it said to find your perfect match, look at the shade, or what does it say? It said something really silly to me. Shade matching tip. Some shades look, so it's like, well, which ones? Some shades look different in the compact than on skin. Use the photos of the shade on skin to help you pick the right shade. And like, yeah, you can go through it, but even these photos, I always think that they don't do it justice. Like, they're so small. And if you're on your phone ordering and all that, I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard to pick your shade, right? It's always like such a battle. So I have shade Tan 057. Now, when I personally picked it up, it said medium to tan with neutral undertones, which is me. I like neutral or I'll go for warm, never cool. But when I got this, the foundation looked pretty dark. So everybody said that it is different once you place it on. So that's what I'm hoping for. See? I just freaking stuck my finger in it. I've been trying so hard not to do that. So yeah, it looks pretty dark, and I'm not gonna lie, I wore this sweater just in case because you know sometimes you want to look a little bit more bronze and you can get away with, and your foundation may not match what you currently have. Just wear a sweater and you can't even tell. Let's try this out. Trying it out with a brush and also a sponge. I'm curious. So $38, there's a lot of shades. Let's see. I'm gonna start off with a brush. Dip it right there. So let's see. So let's go over my face right now. I've been suffering from maskne, and I usually have really good skin, but I definitely have some scarring here, and then also right here because I've been picking at my face. So let's see. And I always feel like everybody does a swipe and they're like, so I just want to see what this hype is about. Okay, it feels really nice. It's definitely a balm. I can feel it glide on silky. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's just keep going. Okay, yeah. Well, you definitely don't need to dip a lot because I barely dipped in. And I'm just going to go, I'm going straight for it, you guys, because I talk a lot on my review. So this is going to be like a semi-fast review for me because you guys know I don't shut up. But let me know, have you tried this out? Because everybody is going wild over it. And I feel like a lot of people bought it just because of the hype. Color is not bad. It's not as dark as the compact. Is it? No, it's a little bit lighter. This I can totally work with. Let's see. Well, I didn't put a lot because you could still see a little bit of hyperpigmentation right here. Let's just dip in one more time and then just kind of go over it. Because I find that when everybody was using it, that they dipped in kind of hard. It seemed like it because it just looked like straight paint. Good apple makes skin healthy, soft, and fresh. And some of the end results I've seen is like, that ain't fresh. Flashback free, covers blemishes, discoloration for an instant confident boost. That kind of sits weird with me because you don't need makeup to feel confident. So I'm just going to be one of those people where I'm like, I don't know about that statement. An instant, yeah, you'll feel good. Yeah, it feels good when you get ready, but I don't feel like you need makeup for a confidence boost. I said boost. Like, you should already just be a bad bitch mentally. That's how I feel. Like, confidence comes from within, not from the outside. But I get it. I get what they're saying, but I don't know. I feel like I've never read something like, you're going to get confidence. Good apple minimizes the appearance of pores and gives skin a smooth, healthy look. It's non-comedogenic. Matte finish. It helps nourish the skin. Hydrating balm. Full coverage. Buildable. So far, this looks pretty good. I'm not going to go ham on the foundation because, like I said, I feel like a lot of people put a lot of product. So knowing that I had that hyperpigmentation pulling through kind of makes me feel good with the amount that I applied. I'm going to go into a little small concealer brush and just slightly dip in because I always like carving out my eyebrows with the foundation product. So yeah, so I guess Kat Von D sold the brand. It's not owned by her and all of that. But I haven't tried a Kat Von D product in the longest time. So let's see if they improved. I still see a little bit of peeking through. That doesn't really bother me too much. Okay, there, I'll push. Okay, so now let's try with a sponge. I'm just gonna dip it in right there. Let's try it out. So really quick before I go into that, how do you guys feel? I mean, I think it looks really good initially, and I feel like everybody's always like, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. But I will say, I think it looks very soft and matte. It looks soft focus, not super matte, which I actually prefer. Let's try it with a sponge. I have hyperpigmentation all along here. Okay, let's start here and get that area. Okay, well, that definitely covered it all up. So I feel like you're going to get the most coverage with maybe a sponge, but I think it looks really good. Okay, let's start blending this more. I don't want to dip in even more and then sabotage myself. Now let's just go over the nose. I really want to make sure to get in here too because I've seen people have crazy separation. Now what I'm thinking is maybe people just have really oily skin right now. Let's push this product in the nostrils. I'm also debating, see, the thing with this primer though that sucks is my skin is not super oily, so I feel like it's already drying up my nose right here. You see that? It's like making that crevice. I'm gonna have to use a sponge to kind of blend that out. That's why I haven't been using this primer, but I feel like this is the only way that this product might have a chance with me. So what do you guys think? I mean, I feel like I got more full coverage from the sponge, but I feel like I like the brush side a little bit better because it looks a little bit more on the natural side. I'm someone where I personally love a medium coverage foundation. I'm not a full coverage person, but if you're going to go full coverage, just go full coverage. But this is pretty damn good. This is the sponge side. See how I have that little divot, that little creasing already? It's because of that the primer. And then it looks like I have a bat in my cave. Let me get that out, okay? I'm just going to have to blend it out. See, that's why it's looking dry right now. Brush side, sponge side. Let me do the rest of my makeup. So here's the rest of my makeup. I put on the Maybelline City Bronzer. It is one of my favorites, obviously. And I have the Pixie highlighter. I'm using all my Holy Grail products that I know that work good on me. My Maybelline Superstay powder. Now, I just set it like this. I don't put like a ton of powder. ColourPop blush in quarters. I showed you the highlight, right? So the only thing I could say like right off the bat is I know I'm going to have issues with the nostril portion because of this primer. It's really mattifying, so we'll see. I'm not going to do any setting spray whatsoever, but this is the final look. I think it looks really good so far. It doesn't feel heavy. Now, I started this video pretty late. It's 1:55, so let's just say 2 o'clock. Also, I wanted to pick today because I knew after doing everything I had to do in the morning time, I know I'm going to be out. I'm going to be out in the sun, running errands, also helping my mom later on. So I'm actually going to be active and not just sitting in the house or inside. So that's another reason why I wanted to wait to test this foundation on a good day. But and for lips, I have my Virgo lipstick. They have the Lip Stories from Sephora. And yeah, that's what I have on today. So let's see. I'm very, very curious, but we'll be doing some check-ins. All right, I'll see you guys soon. So I am up close and personal, and it is 3:57, so it's basically 2 hours into wear. Everything looks really good. I can kind of see my nostrils a little funky, but not too bad. I thought it was going to be worse. But yeah, foundation is still looking good. I ate. Oh, do I have a mask? Okay, yeah, I do. Okay, so I ate and I wiped my mouth. So far, so good. I will say I feel like the foundation looks a little bit more dewier. Let me put the AC. I'm over here. Ewok, say hi. We're gonna go get your heart medication, huh? Yeah? 2 hours so far. It looks really good still. Well, just washed Nani and I got wet. It's been 5 hours now. I've had my mask on and off. And the foundation is still looking okay. Look, it's getting kind of weird in my nose, but we already knew that. Say hi, Nani. Say hi. She's not having it. Okay, guys, I just got home. It's 9:03, so 7 hours. Sorry, I had to think about it. I was like, how many hours? 7 hours because I started at 2. So, so far, the foundation still looks good. It looks a little bit cakey around this area, but I think it's because I'm super oily here. But all around, like my face, I don't think it looks that bad. If anything, it's just like more dewy. It looks a little bit caked up in this area right here, as you can see. Taking on and off my mask, you could see the line, but other than that, it doesn't look that bad. Like if I were to naturally just powder my face, I think it would look good. So I'm gonna keep it on though. I was getting hot too because I helped my mom help clean her house and stuff like that for her. So I was getting hot and sweaty. So I was patting my face. So that could be why it looks like the foundation is a little funny right there. Like getting a little cakey. If I feel it, oh yeah, see, you can see how I'm oily right there. But other than that, oh wow. It's like I have my own little blotting sheet with my finger. Still gonna test it out though, but I did get warm. I've been in and out. I've put on and off my mask. So yeah, we're really trying to put it to the test while I'm like out and about and doing stuff. But right now I'm just gonna be home. I could see already though how this would not work for oily skin, but I'll check in later and we'll go over it. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be the end of the review. I gave it 9 hours. It's basically 11 o'clock. It's 10:57. I want to take off my makeup and my lashes, but I think I gave it a good enough run. I did errands. I wasn't just sitting inside the house. I even helped clean my mom's house. I was getting sweaty. So I went to the post office and the store. So I took on and off my mask. This is what it's looking like. And I'm actually pretty surprised at the results because even my friend was like, oh my gosh, how's it going? Because I feel like everybody's been talking about this foundation. I said, surprisingly well, like nothing crazy has happened. And she knows I'm like super raw with my reviews. I'm like, it's either crap, it's like a Woop or a Womp straight up. But I think, sorry, my lips are just chapped. That's what looks the most crusty on my face. I personally think that everybody who had really bad results are super, super oily. And for me right now, I'm normal all around and I have my oily T-zone as usual. And I did notice it got a little bit cakey in this area and also my forehead where I was sweating. It kind of separated a bit. But I feel like this foundation could currently work for me with my skin type right now. Now, during summertime, I don't think so because that's when I get the most oily. But I think that if you have super crazy oily skin, this is not going to work for you. But I think if you have normal skin, it'll be okay and don't cake it on. I think a lot of people, when they were applying, put way too much because even though it's a balm, it doesn't feel as dewy as I thought it was going to be. And I think that's because I used the proper amount of product and I was kind of pre-warned from all the videos. Okay, so what do you guys think? Obviously from taking on and off my mask, you can see the hyperpigmentation right here and where my mask was, but it doesn't look bad. Only the worst part is right here where I sweat and then a little bit right here. And then it disappeared from here because I was wiping my mouth. They ate lunch, dinner, all that stuff. So yeah, for me right now in this current skin type that I have, normal, all around oily T-zone, I'm going to give it a Woop. I see myself using this. If I just powdered here, let me just go with my powder so you guys can see it. One last view of the foundation without it powdered or anything. Let's see what it looks like. And I did use a really mattifying primer, so remember that. So now let's just powder. I always like kind of doing this at the, and look, it's perfect. It is literally, it does not look bad at all. I see a little bit of separation here and a little bit of cakiness, but it's been 9 hours. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, it's definitely a Whoop for me. It wasn't that bad, you guys. I think it just depends on prep, skin type, and how much product you put. So that's it. All right, guys. Again, I am pleasantly surprised. I thought I was waiting for it. I'm like, okay, this baby's going to transform within a couple hours. Let's do this. And nothing was happening. I'm like, I look good. So yeah, that's it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Whoop or Womp. Let me know down below anything else or anything new that you would want me to do a Whoop or Womp with. I definitely don't mind doing that. And that is it. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. Whoop, whoop.